Hello and welcome to English for Everyone, where we practice real-life American English. Today we're going to learn to avoid some important mistakes, so let's get started. Don't say out from. Example, get out from the house? No, we don't say this. We say get out of the house. Get out of the house. Not get out from the house, but get out of the house. Example, take it out from the refrigerator? No, we don't say this. It's take it out of. Take it out of the refrigerator. Now let's talk about pronunciation. Example, get out of the way. Get out of the way sounds like this. Get out of the way. So the T in get changes to a fast D because it's between vowels. Get outa. The T in out changes to a fast D because it's between vowels. And what about the V sound in of? Well, you don't have to make that sound, and most people don't. They say get out of the way. Out of the way. Of course, you can say v, you can say get out of the way, but you don't have to. Get out of the way.
You don't have to get the business out of the way before getting to the pleasure.
You're driving around North Beach for no particular reason, and this car won't get out of the way.
Guys, get out of the way!
Start on that mid-shot of Lori coming out of the subway.
And I promise I will get out of the way and let the two of you be happy.
Example, she needs to get out of the way. Not out from the way, but out of. Pronunciation, get out of the way. She needs to get out of the way. Let's practice. Does she need to get out of the way? That's right, she needs to get out of the way. Example, he needs to take the turkey out of the refrigerator. Not out from the refrigerator, but out of. Pronunciation, take it out of. Pronunciation, he needs to take the turkey out of the refrigerator. Again, out of the refrigerator. The T is a fast D and you don't hear the V sound. Outa. He needs to take it out of the refrigerator. Let's practice. Does he need to take it out of the refrigerator? That's right, he needs to take it out of the refrigerator. We also hear the vowel is a little different. I don't pronounce ow quite so clearly. Not outa, but outa. You can say it both ways. You can say take it out of the refrigerator or take it out of the refrigerator. People say it both ways. Now let's talk about out from. Can you ever say out from? Yes, you can. We use out from with out from behind and out from under. These are the two most common uses of out from, and the only two that I know. If you know any others, let me know. So the two I know, out from under and out from behind.
Crawl out from under that rock you're hiding under and I'll drive his truck up.
Way to get our money and get out from under the thumb of Crimson Dawn at the same time.
And then these guys, they came out from behind the houses and they started shooting everyone right there on the street.
When the bad guy goes down the stairs to grab her, she jumps out from behind the big oak tree where she's been hiding and lifts the heavy door off the ground and closes it on top of him.
The sun itself turns jealous and refuses to come out from behind the clouds.
As soon as I get out from under your butt area.
Example, the mouse came out from under the refrigerator. Or out from behind, I can say the mouse came out from behind the refrigerator. This is when we hear out from. Let's practice. Did the mouse come out from under the refrigerator? That's right, the mouse came out from under the refrigerator. The idea, the mouse was under the refrigerator and he came out. Or out from behind. The mouse came out from behind the refrigerator. The idea, the mouse was behind the refrigerator, then he came out. Let's practice. Did the mouse come out from behind the refrigerator? That's right, the mouse came out from behind the refrigerator. And everybody was scared. So we see, in most cases, don't say out from, say out of. Out of the house, out of the refrigerator. But if you use behind or under, then we say out from. Out from behind or out from under something. Thank you for watching and keep watching for more. First, don't say this. Don't say he's out of work at 5 o'clock. We don't use out of work for this situation. What about school? Well, sure. You can say the kids are out of school. And that means they're not attending school right now. The kids are out of school for summer. Let's practice. Are the kids out of school for summer? That's right, the kids are out of school for summer. So we can talk about the season when they're out of school, or we can talk about the time of day. For example, it's fall, so the kids are in school, but they get out of school at 3 p.m. We use the verb get to talk about the process. They get out of school at 3 p.m. They're in school right now because it's school time and because it's fall. The kids are in school talking about the season, or the kids are in school talking about the time of day because it's during school hours, the kids are in school. But when they finish their day, we don't say finish, we say get out. They get out of school at 3 o'clock. But I don't have to say school after get out. I can say the kids are in school right now, but they get out at 3 o'clock. Let's practice. Are the kids in school right now? That's right, the kids are in school right now. And what time do they get out? That's right, they get out at 3 o'clock. Or they get out of school at 3 o'clock. But remember, you don't have to say school if it's understood. So what about he's out of work? Can I say that? You can, but it means something different. If I say he's out of work, that means he doesn't have a job. He's unemployed. He's out of work. Let's practice. He doesn't have a job. Is he out of work? That's right, he's out of work. He doesn't have a job. So what do you say if the person is finishing their workday? Then we say they get off. They get off work. But you don't have to say work. You can just say get off. He's working right now, but he gets off at 5 o'clock. Or he gets off work at 5 o'clock. Both are correct. So if I can say kids are in school or out of school, can I say a person is off work or on work? No, it doesn't work that way. We say a person is at work or they're working. He's working right now, but he gets off at 5 o'clock. He gets off work at 5 o'clock. But remember, you don't have to say work. Let's practice. Is he working right now? That's right, he's working right now. And what time does he get off? That's right, he gets off at 5 o'clock. Or you can say he gets off work at 5 o'clock. But don't say he's out of work at 5 o'clock. That's different. That's not correct. So remember, when you talk about school, you can say the kids are in school or they're out of school. And you can use the verb get. They get out of school at 3 o'clock. But if you talk about work, don't say someone's out of work. That means they don't have a job. Say they get off work at 5 o'clock. First, don't say this. Never say this. Never say go out from my house. This is never correct. What about go out of my house or go out of the house? This is correct sometimes, but we have a better alternative. We have something that sounds a lot more natural. Use the verb leave. Leave the house or leave my house. Never say go out from my house, and avoid using go out of my house because it's not as common as the verb leave. Leave, in the past, left. Example, she leaves the house in the morning. She goes out of the house in the morning? That doesn't sound right. She leaves the house in the morning. She leaves the house in the morning and she goes to work. Let's practice. Does she leave the house in the morning? That's right, she leaves the house in the morning. Does she leave the house in the morning and go to work? That's right, she leaves the house in the morning and she goes to work. In this situation, don't say go out of the house and never say go out from the house. That's never correct. So leave in the present, in the past, left. Example, she left her house this morning and she went to work. Let's practice. Did she leave her house this morning and go to work? That's right, she left her house this morning and she went to work. So you can say leave the house or leave my house, leave her house, leave your house. It's easier to use the, leave the house. This is always correct. What about this? Can I say get out of the house or get out of my house? Yes, you can, but only when there's emotion. Example, you're bored. You've been at home for a long time, many days. You say, I'm tired of being at home. I want to get out of the house. Pronunciation, I want to get out of the house. Not get out of, but get out of. We hear the T in get and the T in out pronounced as fast E's. Get out of the house. And you don't have to pronounce the V sound in of because it's before a consonant. Get out of the house. I'm bored. I want to get out of the house. There's emotion. That's when we use this. Or if you're angry, you can say, get out of my house. Again, emotion. Let's hear some examples.
Get out of my house!
Hey, I need to get out of the house.
What? Get out of my house!
Get out of my house! Go!
Get out of my house!
Yes. anything to get out of the house right now.
You gotta get out of the house, Faye.
They hatched. Get out of the house.
Example, he's bored. He's been at home all day. He wants to get out of the house. Let's practice. He's bored. Does he want to get out of the house? That's right, he wants to get out of the house. She's angry, and she told the person, get out of my house. That's what she said. Let's practice. What did she say? Did she say, get out of my house? That's right, she said, get out of my house. Or if I explain, I can say, she told him to get out of her house. Pronunciation. Again, she told him to get out of her house. Now we need the v sound in of because we don't pronounce the h in her. We link the sounds. Get out of her. Now it's a vowel. Out of her. Not out of her, the h is silent. Because there's no consonant, we need the v sound. Of her, of her. She told him to get out of her house. Let's practice. What did she tell him? Did she tell him to get out of her house? That's right, she told him to get out of her house. So remember, never say go out from your house. Sometimes people say go out of your house, but it's always better to say leave. This is the best option. Leave in the present and left in the past. And only use get out of the house when there's emotion. You're bored, you're angry, something like that. Thanks for watching, and if you like this video, subscribe to our channel. Or if you want to become a member, click the join button. And we'll see you next time.